Mid-morning, let's explore meditation. Or perhaps I should say it's time for Friday's mid-morning meditation. Yes, that falls more trippingly off the tongue. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. This is the Lama you are looking for. This mid-morning, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate as transformatively as young Luke Skywalker learned to do on Dagobah under the guidance of Yoda, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. If at any point during this morning's live stream you have a question about meditation, or philosophy, or even chanting, do not be shy. Merely type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of your screen. Oopsie, let me get to the right page here. I'm a day late and $1 short, my friends. Okay, here we go. Un, deux, trois. Homage to the teacher of fortune and practitioners gathered here in Tringri listen. Just as worn out clothes can never again be made as new, it is no use seeing a doctor once your terminally we will have to go. We humans living on this earth are like streams and rivers flowing toward the ocean. All living beings are headed for that single destination. Now like a small bird flying from a... Take two. Now like a small bird flying off from a treetop, I too will not be here much longer, so I must move on. We are living in a really privileged time where there's so much information at our fingertips. If not live, then recorded on video or on various apps. But there was a time where where learning how to meditate and learning how to contemplate was literally a one-time opportunity. And that is what Padampa Sangye was trying to convey to the citizens of Tigray, also many centuries ago. Forgive me if I wax grotesque or cryptic, but when we read the Dalai Lama's book, The Path of Enlightenment, we were reminded that life is impermanent and the time of death is unknown. And so if we want to make the most of this golden opportunity where we are physically healthy enough and mentally competent enough to learn how to contemplate and meditate and to do so, then it might be very, very wise. It might behoove us and might be in our interest to make the most of the precious opportunities that befall us. At least every 12 hours and often more, I broadcast a live meditation class. With your help, this channel could help support the next generation of nuns, monks, yogis, lamas, and even brick-and-mortar meditation centers, each replete with a resident teacher and their apprentice. If this speaks to you and it sounds like a good idea and you'd like to help out, then you're welcome to, even for as little as the cost of 1 cup of coffee a month. Simply use your smartphone's camera to capture this QR code on the Tube app, or click one of the donation links in the description right below, or if you're on the Clock app, simply poke around my links in my profile. And now that we've finished with housekeeping, let's get on to this morning's practice. Let's play with the most recent iteration of the Easy Tantra practice. It's got to push the right button on my computer. Here we go. It's been a very exciting morning. So we're going to begin by using empathy and enthusiasm as a preparatory practice. We're going to stoke those fires and further train those neural pathways by chanting. So if you want to chant with me, you'll want to poke around my profile, click the right link. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging, by relying upon the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging, by relying upon the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. May I liberate all beings Take two. May I liberate all beings from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging, by relying upon the Buddha's example, instructions, and students. Whoops. Okay. So we're going to begin with Gondro's preliminary contemplations of compassion and the three marks of reality, described as the first and second folds of Buddha's eightfold paths, followed by mindfulness and meditation, the final two folds. That sounds almost ominous, doesn't it? The final two folds. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I guess I can hit this button. Yeah. Quick like a bunny. Play with my chords. It sounds a little off color. Let's see here. And Christina's here. Welcome aboard, Christina. Okay. That's not it. Let's try this one. Goodness. Here we go. Woo! Very exciting. Okay. Alrighty then. So when it comes to our experience of the interpersonal, sometimes our experience of the impersonal is shaded by hate, or by craving, or by competitiveness, or by clinging. We would call that stress. So let's play with the rhetorical question. How could speech feel stressful? Speech, of course, being the concise way of saying our experience of the interpersonal. Hello, Dominic. Welcome aboard. We're now going to contemplate compassion with the following words where we're going to cultivate the wish that we're to take away all beings' sufferings. And we're going to do it with words. On our in-breath, we're going to mentally recite all beings' stress. And on our out-breath, we're going to mentally recite, may I soothe. All beings' stress, may I soothe. We're now going to contemplate impermanence, just like we did during the opening recitation. We're going to play with a rhetorical question. How could this always change? We're now going to contemplate letting go by playing with a apparently or seemingly nonsensical rhetorical question. How could this not be me? And as odd as it is, it can help us to let go. Welcome aboard, Brian. Welcome aboard, Rudy. I'm sorry. How could this not be me? So having actively trained our mind with compassion and the three marks of reality, we're now going to rest our mind. We're going to passively watch the play of mind. We're going to watch our perceptions, emotions, intentions, reason, recollection, and imagination. And we're also going to relax into the non-graspable nature of mind. We're going to do that once again by playing with words. Notice this, relaxing. Oh, well, hello, Sean. Welcome aboard. We are now going to shift gears to Anu Yoga's Bindu Mahamudras and Tikle Dzogchen's bliss-generating contemplation of impermanence, supporting the right view of reality described as the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. This will be followed again by the mindfulness and meditation of Mahasandhi Ati Yoga's Sutra Mahamudras and Trekcho Dzogchen's final two folds of the Eightfold Path. So there's an ancient practice called Powa, and one intends that one's at the point of death, that one's mind shoots up one's central channel, out one's crown, and into the vast expanse. And whether that is real or whether that is purely metaphorical, it helps to train in awareness and letting go, and inferentially in impermanence. So we're going to take all those many words that just tumbled out of my mouth, and we're going to condense them into just 8 syllables. When death comes this, mind shoots out crown. When death comes this, mind shoots out crown. Let's play that now. Hello, Aline. And now we're going to return to watching the play of mind and relaxing into its non-graspable nature. That might sound like a tall order, but we're going to do that by silently and mentally reciting, notice this, as we breathe in, and by silently and mentally reciting, relaxing, as we breathe out. Welcome aboard, Paul. As we breathe in, we're mentally reciting, notice this. And as we exhale, we're mentally reciting, relaxing. To my friends on the Tube app, if you have any questions about meditation or philosophy, simply type your question in the chat window. Welcome aboard, Silva. Or Sylvia. Sorry about that. So what we're doing is simple. As we breathe in, we're mentally reciting, notice this. And as we breathe out, we are mentally reciting, relaxing. Doing this strengthens our mindfulness as well as our ability to let go. So I'm going to take a moment to climb upon my trusty Zafu. Hello, Produce Guy. We're going to shift gears now. And we're going to practice something that is known by many names. We're going to practice Mahayoga's, Tantra Mahamudras, and Tokod Dzogchen's contemplations of love and letting go, described as the second and first folds of Buddha's Eightfold Path. That'll be followed by the mindfulness and meditation of Mahasandhi's, Ati Yoga's, Sutra Mahamudras, and Trek Cho Dzogchen's final two folds of the Eightfold Path. That's weird. Aha, that is weird. Okay, thank you for putting up with my editing. Got to make sure that the OBS is still in sync. Okay. So we're going to start. Gosh, I just cleared my nose, cleared my throat in your ear at no extra charge. So let's actively train in bringing the mental into the path of love and letting go. We're going to do that through. Oopsie, I cut my head off. Ouch. So we're going to do that through contemplation. We're going to begin by lovingly wishing that all beings now possess the wisdom of a Buddha, the wisdom of letting go. So we're going to, during the in-breath, we're going to mentally recite Buddha wise, and on the out-breath, we're going to mentally recite for all minds. Now we're going to meditate on letting go. So we're going to play with a rhetorical question. But before we do, here's the basic idea. How is it that as we breathe in, our awareness of mind can become very sharp? And as we breathe out, that exact same awareness could feel as if it was as non-graspable as a vast empty void, or perhaps as non-graspable as an infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. We're going to play with that idea using only 6 words. How are minds clear yet void? Now this question is rhetorical. And having actively contemplated, we're now going to just kick back and let our mind notice whatever comes up and relax into its non-graspable nature. Once again, we're going to use words. Notice this, relaxing. Now I'm going to take a moment or two for editing. Please bear with me. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Fabu. Oh, someone's sending me some love. Let's see. All right, so John Henry Lambs. Welcome aboard, John. Welcome aboard. Whoops, that's interesting typing. Excellent. Now I get to make sure that OBS is still synchronized. It is. Okay, I'm going to check to see if there's any questions. Kav, welcome aboard, Kav. If you have any questions about Buddhist or Taoist philosophy or meditation, this would be a great time to ask. So what we're going to do now is actively train in bringing our experience of the interpersonal into the paths of love and letting go. We're going to begin with intention. And we're going to lovingly wish that every being's experience of the interpersonal would now be profoundly loving. And we call each being's experience of the interpersonal speech because communication, both verbal and nonverbal, plays a huge role in our relationships. Whether those relationships are professional or platonic or personal or intimate. So during the in-breath, we're going to mentally recite Buddha love. And during the out-breath, we're going to mentally recite for all speech. And so what we're wishing is that each being would experience as love, as pure as a Buddha's love. We're going to explore the two truths. The truth of mindfulness, that as we breathe in, our experience of the interpersonal could be quite resounding. And the truth of letting go, that as we exhale and relax, our experience of the interpersonal could feel rather non-graspable, as non-graspable as a vast empty void. Therefore, during the in-breath, we're going to mentally recite, how is speech? And during the out-breath, heard yet void. Do remember this is a rhetorical question. Having actively contemplated, we're now going to passively meditate. During our in-breath, we're going to notice the play of mind As we mentally recite and notice this, during the out breath, we're going to notice the non-graspable nature of mind as we mentally recite, relaxing. Here's a fun tidbit you may enjoy. As we go through life and interact with people, we have a choice. We can either defend ourselves or we can evolve ourselves. We can't do both. Those two are mutually exclusive. And I think we're all born pretty defensive, and a mark of maturity, a mark of maturation is learning to be honest with what we feel, but not to be controlled by defensiveness, to choose to be vulnerable and learn and grow despite how petulant we may feel at times. All right, welcome aboard, Kim. What we're fixing to do right now is actively contemplate. We're going to bring our experience of the physical into the paths of love and letting go. We're going to start with love. Through the power of intention, the second fold of the eightfold path, we're going to lovingly wish that all bodies of all beings of all worlds, real or imagined, now enjoy the health of a real or imaginary Buddha. And you might say, why were we using similes? Similes speak to a deep part of our central nervous system. All vertebrate life forms on Earth evolved to think symbolically. And that's why we use figures of speech, although they can lead to misunderstandings. So we're going to take that complex bunch of words and shrink it down to just 6 syllables. Buddha health for all forms. We're now going to bring the experience of the physical into the path of letting go. We're going to play with a rhetorical question. How are forms felt yet void? What do we mean by felt yet void? As we breathe in, our body could feel rather sensual. However, as we relax into our exhalation, our body could feel as if it was as non-graspable as the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. How are forms felt yet void? And now we're going to kick back and just watch the play of mind and relax into its non-graspable nature. We're going to do that through the cunning use of the phrase, notice this as we breathe in, and relaxing as we breathe out. Obviously, we're going to recite them mentally. Well, hello, Nick. How you doing? What I'd like to do right now is invite everybody to join me in some active contemplation. We're going to bring the path of the circumstantial into the paths, plural, of love and letting go. So we're going to begin with love. Excuse me. Say that for later. We're going to lovingly wish that all circumstances of all beings, of all worlds, real or imagined, now be as safe and as fortunate as a real or imagined Buddha's paradise. We're going to use the word boon for safe and fortunate, and we're going to use the word circumstance we're going to use the word lot for circumstance. On the in-breath, we're going to mentally recite Buddha boon, and on the out-breath, for all lots. We're now going to shift gears from love to letting go. And we're going to explore how it is that as we breathe in, we are able to perceive our circumstances really vividly. And yet, we're wired so that when we relax in harmony with our exhalation, our experiences could seem to be as non-graspable as a vast empty void. So we're going to take all those words and shrink it down to just 6 syllables. How, and this is a rhetorical question, how are lots seen yet void? Having actively contemplated, we're now going to practice passive mindfulness and meditation. As we breathe in, we're going to give ourselves permission to passively notice whatever comes up. And as we exhale, we're going to give ourselves permission to let go. To facilitate that, we're going to play with 6 syllables. Notice this relaxing. Let's seal our practice with a chant. Actually, 3. Let's begin with a chant of impermanence, zeal, and love. Remembering, of course, that enthusiasm is the 6th fold of the 8-fold path. May each being take auspicious rebirth, master the Buddha's path, and then help all others do likewise. Now let us contemplate kindness, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th folds of the 8-fold path. May all beings practice have kind communication, conduct, and calmness, for the spontaneous and uncontrived. Let us conclude with my very favorite, the 4 immeasurables. May everyone be free from stress, may everyone be happy, may no one be separated from the happiness, may everyone have balance from the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging, freed. Excellent. If you feel that I have earned it, please type something in the chat window. Give this live stream a thumbs up and share it on social media. In approximately 2.5 hours, I intend to return for Friday's afternoon meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.